Celeste Barber has become one of Australia's most popular and influential comedians. She has more than 8 million followers on Instagram, where she's a huge hit with her posts pillorying celebrity beauty culture. She also showed her clout by raising more than $50 million during Australia's last horrific bushfire season. Post-COVID, she's planning a national tour of a new show called Fine Thanks next May and June. We spoke earlier. Celeste Barber, you're planning a new stage show, Fine Thanks, for May and June next year. Are you worried that by booking dates and venues, you are about to trigger the next global disaster?
Oh, God, I hope not. I didn't think of that.
See, this is what happens every time I book a flight or something. I trigger the next, lockdown or, outbreak.
Oh, right. Well, please don't come to any of my shows then. That's me asking you politely not to come. If that's what you trigger, then no.
Where did the idea come from to do posts that highlighted how ridiculous the beauty standard is?
I got sick of seeing so many heavily curated, heavily filtered and altered images passed off as every day. I mean, the main purpose why I did it is just to make people laugh. That was it. I'm a comedian and an actor, and that was my goal. And I wanted to cut through, and I wanted to be kind of seen. I wanted to show people that I am funny, and there was a platform there that would get me, hopefully, international eyes as well. So that was, a big driving force. But I remember when I was just looking at these images, thinking, this isn't good. This isn't okay that it's being passed off as normal. That's not what people look like. And I think it's really important for us to see ourselves, because when you don't, you think you don't matter.
So what are you going to talk about in your new show?
Well, I have been staring at a wall for the better part of 2 years, Leigh. So I've got a lot of thoughts on different paint colour. It's just been a really crazy time. I still like to poke fun at influencers / anti-vaxxers now. I don't know how that became a cross career. Used to be singer, dancer, actor. Now it's influencer, anti-vaxxer. Well, people need to remember their skill sets. So I talk a little bit about that. I also, have a very attractive husband who's still sticking around, which is nice to poke fun at.
People sometimes think of you as an overnight success because you became this huge hit on Instagram, but actually your career is nothing like an overnight success.
No, I'm overnight success 20 years in the making. I studied as an actor, trained as an actor, then did a whole lot of crap theatre for a while, which I wrote most of them, I'm very proud of. And then, All Saints for 5 years, and then I did other stuff with Channel 7, and then had kids, and then I have done The Letdown. So I've done, a ton of stuff, but you're right, it's because Instagram, really. They were like, where has this woman come from?
During the bushfire crisis in Australia in early 2020, you started a campaign that raised more than $50 million, but then through no fault of yours, it turned into a row over how the money was going to be dispatched, and then it ended up in court. How stressful was all of that?
Unbelievable. There was so much writing on it. It broke my heart. It broke my heart that it didn't fix everything. Just everyone and everything. And that was when it was getting to that sort of money. Oh my gosh, I don't know what that means. I don't really know many people that know what that sort of money means. And I genuinely thought it could be used for a lot of different things. And going back to, your skill set, that's not my skill set. I'm a comedian and an actor, and my mother-in-law was in trouble. And I was like, I'll see if I can help. That money for the RFS has just done unbelievable things. But the pressure on me during that time as a public figure, I think because, there wasn't the person who could have been doing it and should have been doing it was holidaying. It was kind of crazy. And I don't know, you guys call, I didn't want to do any press. I wasn't interested I didn't really want to be the face of any of it, because who cares about me? It doesn't matter. I was, I just did the best I could.
At the end of it though, even despite all the stress, it still remains that you raised $50 million for the Rural Fire Service, which means that come the next bushfire season, there's all sorts of things that are in place, including a benevolent fund for firefighters who lose their life, that there wouldn't have been if you hadn't put yourself out on the line to do that.
Yeah, that's true. I appreciate you saying that. That's true. I remember when we went down to Eden, I think it was last year, so a year after the fires. We hadn't gone down since. And I remember talking to some of the firefighters, and there was this one guy there, mullet. He had a mullet. He was excellent. And this guy, mullet, was kind of standing away. And then we were about to leave. He just kind of walked up to me and went, thanks. And I was like, oh, dude, far out. Thank you. And he went, no. He went, no, the money's excellent, but it was and then I'm getting upset. He was like, we thought we were going to burn to death out there and no one would ever know, but then you kind of came along and made everyone care, and thanks. And I was like, shut up, mullet. I lost it. And these fireys were going to spend $250 on getting a mask. Some of them were fighting fires in Converse shoes, and they were going to go and get these masks, but now they don't have to because, the money is getting them these masks.
Celeste Barber, it's been really a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Lisa. Nice to see you.
Before